Hi everybody, how's it going? My name is Sabina. Welcome to episode 7 of my Grand Sketchbook Tour series. Whoop, whoop, whoop! I decided in February to begin this series showing you guys my sketchbooks from the very first sketchbook that I ever kept to my most recent one. And there are 11 total. This one is from, let's see, 2000 and I'm gonna guess... This one's from September 2018, and it goes all the way until a certain day that I don't know because I think I stopped writing dates in my notebook. 2019, I really think. I think that this goes until 2019, honestly. I actually don't know. Alas, I did not write down the date at the end. It's funny how I can smell the different eras of my life based on the sketchbooks that I'm looking at, because during this sketchbook era, I did a little bit of traveling with Austin. We went to the Grand Canyon after we went to a Young Life camp. My first and only time ever going to a Young Life camp. Guys, I'm not a Christian. Not that it has to be a big deal, but we had some friends who were involved in Young Life, and so we got invited to this camp, and indoctrination is crazy. You know, I can say this now many years later, but I remember after they did the like convince you that you should follow Christ thing and then let you go outside and like think about it and sit with God. I went to my car and I sobbed because I felt so like emotionally manipulated. It was really, really weird. I'm not saying anything necessarily against the religion as a whole. It's just the whole like indoctrination aspect of it that just is like, what is going on? Now that I've fully deconstructed all of that, I can see the humor and the lightness in it. But at the time, I was a little traumatized. Shortly after that trip, we went to the Grand Canyon. I think I got Austin a P&Co t-shirt for Christmas. That's a coffee shop. I don't know if it still exists. Went to In-N-Out Burger. And I think at this time I was getting my first stickers printed. So that's cool. Now that we've gone over the stickers on the front, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the actual sketchbook. I haven't looked through this sketchbook at all since I finished it. This is one that I have not revisited yet. So I'm intrigued to see what we have going on. Some of my personal information that you guys will not be able to see. Love yourself, surrender to the universe, and let go of all expectations. Obviously, I'm beginning my spiritual awakening, or I'm really kind of at I'm at the beginning in the grand scheme of things because it's within the first like year or 2 years. But it wasn't like my egg had just cracked. It was like when you put your egg into a lukewarm pan and it sits there for a minute before it starts sizzling again. Lots of snake imagery for me in this time. And this is before I have a really mystical experience with snakes. So it's fun looking back on this stuff and seeing how my relationship with these symbols starts, and then mystical experiences or things that happen, and then where I am now. It's kind of fun. I think I'm still using this moleskin sketchbook a little bit as a journal. I haven't started my actual journaling practice yet. Oh, evil. It's funny. Clearly I haven't deconstructed yet, but that's okay. All in good time. That's pretty good. Being flexible. You never know what any situation will bring. Honestly, I think I was trying to do like a doodle a day. And this is like a reoccurring theme, even to my present reality, is trying to do a doodle a day and failing. I did. Took me a few years, but I did leave. Journaling, kind of a vertebrae situation. My cat. An ear. Listen. I must have been working at Camelback Flower Shop during around this time because I was in the shop, in that flower shop. They used a lot of Protea, King Protea, and I just thought they were so fun to draw. They are like really cool flowers. Okay, we don't need to go through that. I was using a lot of this diamond motif for a while. I kind of forgot about it. I truly believe that a spiritual journey is a lifelong endeavor, constantly be seeking, constantly be growing, constantly be loving. Yeah. Buffalo, just keep pressing on. Little buffalo, just keep being a buffalo. Buffalo, buffalo. Oh, snakes. Slithery little snake. I did start to see a therapist again. It was good. Life-changing, I would say. Must have been before I really started EMDR. I did 2 different phases of EMDR. One phase with one therapist, and then I took I don't know, maybe a year off. And then maybe a 2-year stint then with my second therapist. And that's where we really worked on a lot of stuff. Restructured a lot of things. I really like these snakes. I'm having fun looking at this. Man, I want to go back to this era of, not of my life, because I like who I am right now better, but man, just that, I need to refer to this later. I need to use myself as a reference, because, wow, I like what's going on here. That was my stomach, if anyone heard. I was sitting at a coffee shop designing this, and it was so sad because I was erasing, and then I swiped the page, and then the stone fell on the floor and cracked. R.I.P. I was planning craft fairs. At this point, I must have been self-employed because I was doing craft fairs to be employed. Working on designs for boxes, V1 of my boxes. Other people's success is not your failure, and that's on competition culture, ladies. Other people's success is not your failure. When your fellow human wins, you also win. It's not a competition, guys. There's enough room for everyone. I think Austin drew these, because that looks like something he would do. I need to refer to that. Wow, that's nice. Oh, what the hell? That's cool. Whoa. I really am enjoying the energy coming out of this one. Intentions for 2019. Oh, here we go. Gratitude for 2018. I love this. Ah, how cute. Cheese, still relevant. Forerunner. Still have the same Forerunner. Love it. It's almost at 100,000 miles now, you guys. It's crazy. Mom and I's new growth. Hell yeah, girl. You're probably the only one watching this, but we've come a long way, girl. Proud of you. Austin, still relevant. Living situation. I am grateful for my living situation now, and I am also going to be grateful when I have my own house. Again, in this point, no. I had not. My living situation at the end of 2018, I still had a roommate, but that's okay. She was great. She is still great, I believe. Self-employment. I'm about to return to that lifestyle, you guys. I just quit my job. Kind of feeling bittersweet about it. Art and therapy. I can still honestly say I'm grateful for all of that stuff. Intentions for 2019. Do yoga. I'm doing yoga now again. I just started my practice back up in August. Continue bettering mental health. Hell yeah, you did, girl. Continue growing my business. Hell yeah, you did, girl. Except we plateaued because we didn't know anything about nervous system work at this time. You know, you can't really receive more wealth and abundance until you allow your nervous system to relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily like always a conscious allowing, but there is so much to be said about wealth and the nervous system being tied together. And I didn't make that discovery until this year. Allow more time for rest and play. Yes, that's good. But also, she didn't do that. 2019 Sabina was very stressed. Books read in 2019. That's so funny. Okay, 7 total, which to me at that time was a lot, but now 7 is like how much I can get done in a couple of months. Wild by Cheryl Strayed. I thought it was just me, but it isn't. Brene Brown, the first book I ever read about shame. Changed a lot for me. How to grow your handmade business. You're a badass at making money. Jen Sincero, hell yeah. Boundaries. Yep. The Power of Receiving. The Lovely Bones. That was a good one. That's probably the best one on the list, truthfully. Look at him. Cheesy. His adoptiversary is January 17th, my little cheddar boy. He's not that peachy in real life or orange, but I was dealing with some different kinds of markers. Oh, he heard me saying his name. Hi, sweetie pie. If you guys can hear that meowing, that's Cheese. He's still alive. He's still my favorite little boy. He's begging for wet cat food. Some doodles. Snake cactus. Oh, this is a good sketchbook. I think at this point I have, in fact, ditched my sketchbook as a journal. So it feels more like a sketchbook. There's more to see. I started making these roller vials. Those were fun. Some cactus. I would go to church with Austin and I would doodle the whole time. Because as I had mentioned, I had not deconstructed yet. My husband started off as quite a Christian. I'm not going to say he's not now. That's not really for me to define for him. But things have changed a little bit in that department. I don't know what that accent was, and I'm sorry if that was offensive. I think I'm only saying that because I was feeling a little bit like uncomfortable. I don't have context for a lot of this stuff. Oh yeah, I painted my mom's stairs. That's what that is. I painted my mom's stairs in the first house that she lived in when she moved back to Wisconsin. And yeah. So I think I was planning that out a little bit. Because in 2019, I was homeless for about 1 month. Between when my one lease ended and when my next lease started, I have a month of in between. So I stored all of my stuff in Austin's spare bedroom. And I drove to Wisconsin and I lived with my mom for a month, basically. And Cheese came with me and I painted her stairs and we had a good time. Oh, you guys can't see him, but he's laying on the floor licking himself. He's looking all cute. Cactus. Really inspired by the cactus. I'm still feeling the cactus vibes. I just really missed this time in my life because I had a lot of audacity. It was like a fresh new phase of life with healing. I was clearly not afraid of my sketchbook, which is something that I'm like relearning. Apparently, at some point, I developed a fear of my sketchbook because it feels too vulnerable to just sit down and doodle and fill it up with bullshit. But I promise when I was doing like this, I wasn't thinking about anything other than just asking myself, what if? And I really appreciate this time in my life because it was a very creatively abundant time. Surrender your shit. Clearly transmuting a lot. I have made these snakes with these massive penis heads. That looks like an engorged cock. Ooh, okay. Man, such a fun era. Okay, now let's look through the pocket. I love this drawing. What the heck? I think it's okay to use yourself as a reference. This is when I went to Colorado Springs. We went to a hockey game. Went to go see the Avalanche. Oh, a blank piece of paper that's going to actually become something later. Was this the first 8123 Fest? It might have been. That doesn't sound right. No, this must have been the second 8123 Fest. My mom and I have been to all of them. My mom has been to most of them. It's a thing we do together. It's very fun. Yeah. Aw, how freaking cute. Barrett Jackson. Yeah, girl. Want to go look at cars. That's a plan for the stairs that I don't know. I don't think I have a picture of. All right. That's it. That's really all I have for you guys this time. Let's see. That's all. Yep, that's all in that. Well, that was it, y'all. That was episode 7 of my sketchbook tour series. If you guys want to see things for longer, you can pause, zoom in, take a screenshot, do what you want to do. But that was episode 7 of the sketchbook tour series. We have 4 more episodes left. Stay tuned in a couple weeks. Episode 8 is coming out because I'm catching up from a little bit of falling off my game that happened this summer. You know, alas, I'm only human and I'm not perfect. And instead of giving up like I felt like I should do, I'm going to continue and I'm just going to make it work. So that's the plan. I don't know what I have to offer you guys as far as like if you want to support this page, you can subscribe, you can share with a friend, you can leave a comment telling me about what it is that you liked about this video or didn't like about this video. That's up to you. If you want to support my art, I have a website, and on that website, you can find all of the things that I offer. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, or a Jill of all trades, as they say. I speak in a lot of different languages as far as mediums go. I paint, I draw, I make jewelry, I sew, I crochet, I knit, and maybe one day I'll make pottery again. You know, the point is I'm a polyglot of material, and I cannot be forced into one visual language. I just simply cannot. There's so many different languages that are available to me via all of the different mediums, and each medium can speak a different language and communicate different thoughts and feelings and ideas. And I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to trying new things and using different mediums to make what I want to make and live the kind of life I want to live. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making it this far in this series. If this is the first of the episodes that you are witnessing, I show up on your algorithm for whatever reason. There are 6 more episodes before this, and there will be 4 more after this. So stay tuned, subscribe, stick around for the whole journey because I'm showing you guys the creative evolution of me. Just kidding, but it is really like I'm showing you where I started, where I've been, and where I am. And the only way to see where I'm going is to stick around and see what happens because neither of us really know what's going on here. And I'm just sharing with you guys a little bit by a little bit. And eventually it will create this grander story that I ultimately have no idea how the outcome is going to be. And it's none of my business. It's my business to stay here and be in the present and show you guys what feels good to show you and push myself out of my comfort zones every now and then and just be myself and be an artist. And maybe that'll inspire somebody or maybe not. I don't know. Like I've already said, that's actually none of my business. So I'm going to quit yapping. I might be finding myself napping because I'm tired and my day is looking like it's pretty close to over. I've got some fan fiction that I need to finish reading, if you know what I mean. I got a fan fiction that I'm about done with that I'm currently not reading that I would like to be reading. Like literally I'm on the last chapter, so I'm going to go do that for a little while. Thank you guys so much for being here. Until next time, bye.